Welcome back to a new video. This week, really, I had such a hard time drawing. I talk about it more in the video, but basically all I wanted to say is I'm sorry this isn't like a full finished piece, kind of like the others have been. I was just struggling this week, and I thought it would be kind of refreshing and more realistic to show you guys that not every piece of work that people do is art. You know, a lot of people just sketch all the time, including me. Most art I do isn't actually like a finished piece. I would say a good 8 out of 10 pieces that I make aren't nice art. It's mostly sketching, like kind of how I do in this video. So future me talks about it a little more, or I guess I should say past me. The me in a second talks about it a little bit more. So to you. Alright guys, so today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'd been playing around with a bunch of ideas this week, but I honestly was just struggling really hard to get any of them onto paper the way that I wanted them. So I think today, instead of doing what I originally wanted, I was drawing last night and I drew, I was like doodling, I did a bunch of random stuff, but I remembered some old characters that I had, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't even notice how like perfectly aesthetic they are. It's this super happy party boy and this goth girl, and I was like, I forgot about them, I have to draw them again. So I doodled them and I absolutely love them and I want to just draw more of them. I don't know if that means I'm gonna have a finished piece or if I'm just going to draw them a bunch of times and then have fun with it with you guys. I'm not sure yet, but I thought that would be a lot of fun, so hopefully you guys are interested in that. If not, that's okay. Come back for the next video. I just really wanted to do this, and I think it's always good to have one of those days where you just do what you want to do and, indulge in your guilty pleasure. And my guilty pleasure is just drawing cute people all the time, a bunch. And maybe I'll draw a little background for this one to practice, but no guarantees. So let's start drawing. So I started by writing down the things I could remember about the old characters and trying to sort of rename them. I only ever wrote down his name, which I decided to change to Cuties, because I feel like that's a sick name and it's really close to his old name, which is Cactus. Yeah, so I changed it to Cuties because I was like, that's sick, and it's just Cactus minus 1C. For hers, I'm still between two different names, so if you guys want to comment which one you like. And it's between Aziza, Zahra, Akila, Azela, and Eboni. But basically, I just wrote down the things I could still remember about them, because it's been, honestly, years since I've even touched on it, probably like closer to 6 years, because I made them when I was in like middle school, early high school, but the things I did remember about them mostly were about Cactus or Cuties, I guess, because she didn't have a lot of qualities besides being kind of a goth, mean witch girl, who was Egyptian and liked, being alone and exploring and stuff. She has a party best friend as well, so her and Cuties got along really well, and that's even how they met, is through their joined friend. And I remember that she had black hair and pale skin, but that's about it. For him, though, I remember that he has brown hair with little black, like dashes in it almost. He wanted to be a pilot. He's a party boy. He loves her, which matters. I wrote it down. He's adventurous too, so they go on little like adventures together all the time. And he is a Cupid because like half the characters that I made were some sort of like monster fusion thing, and his was a Cupid. So you'll see in a minute I actually draw him as one, but I also drew him as a cowboy because I had that as a kid. He used to watch like Western shows like about cowboys and stuff, and so it kind of became like his favorite thing, and he wanted to be a cowboy when he grew up for a really long time, and he'd be like a cowboy for Halloween and all that stuff, and rode horses and all that nerdy stuff, but as he grew up, he kind of grew out of it, but still laughs about it from time to time. So I drew him as a cowboy, like, to kind of roughly start my sketching process. When I started drawing this version of him, though, that I'm drawing right now with the bow, for some reason I drew his head way more like cartoony than his body, so I go back and change it. But I had this fun idea with the little hearts on the bow that in the morning when he woke up, there would be a certain amount of wispy little hearts on his bow, and then he would have to, like, shoot those many people that day and make them fall in love. So, I don't know, I thought that was cute, and I wanted to include it, and I thought you guys might want to know what I was doing. And I didn't talk about drawing her as a witch just a second ago, but it's not that important. It's pretty much I just drew her being a witch, you know, cauldron, wand, that sort of stuff. I guess wizards have wands, not witches, which I realized afterwards, but whatever. And then here I'm just drawing her again, more full-bodied, I guess. I just wanted to draw them a bunch, so I just kept doing it. I just didn't really have any goals or ideas. I just wanted to draw them a bunch and kind of get a feel for them. She's fairly book smart. I remember that too. She reads a lot of books about, you know, witchcraft and stuff like that to keep up her magic game and, you know, be a powerful witch, cast spells on people, that sort of thing. So she's a big reader, and while she's at home reading, Cadus, I almost said cactus. Cadus is out partying and being a dude. He also really likes surfing. I forgot to write that down, but that was a huge part of his character too, so I don't know where that went. So down here, after I finished that one up, I just went in with the last doodle that I actually record on camera. I add a couple more to the page, but it doesn't quite matter, so I didn't record it. But you'll see it in the end when I show the finished piece. But down here, I just drew them together, cuddling, her giving him a big old bear hug, because she's not much of an emotionally vulnerable character, you know? She kind of hides that stuff, so I thought it'd be really cute. But I forgot to add that they're actually married, husband and wife type stuff. I thought that was awfully cute, so I just wanted to mention that. I actually do go in and line and color this doodle, and I'm not that proud of how it turned out. I didn't wait long enough for the pen to dry before I went in with color. Lesson learned. It smears a bit on her, and it's not anything I'm necessarily proud of, but I think it's cute, and I might add a little bit more color to this page later, hopefully to kind of mix it up a bit, because there's only that one fully colored doodle and then the rest is black and white, which doesn't leave a very cute composition. So maybe someday if I do a go through the sketchbook with me type video, then you'll see this one will hopefully be a little bit more fleshed out of a spread, and it'll look a bit more complete with more color in it, but I don't know yet. We'll see how that goes. I'm going in with my Micron fine liners again. These are pretty much the only ones I use, but this is not sponsored. I just recommend them. They're good products. So here I'm just going in and coloring them in finally. I'm using Copics like usual. This is actually a watercolor sketchbook, so please don't get mad at me for using Copics on it. But when I went to the art store, I was asking around about paper that would actually absorb the markers a little bit better, or I guess maybe not absorb them. I'm not really sure how the paper works, honestly, but I was basically looking for paper that would work well with Copics, and the person who was working said that the watercolor, what are they called? Moleskines, which is the kind of sketchbook this is a moleskin. The watercolor ones apparently are really good with Copics. So as it may kind of be like paying a little bit more for not using it like that. I like it because then I can use watercolor in the sketchbook if I want to, but I don't feel bad using Copics. So it's kind of like a win-win for me. And I actually just dropped a pencil, but just don't worry about that sound. It was just me dropping my pencil. The rest of the video I'm kind of just coloring it in here and then showing you the stuff. So I'm going to leave you guys to watch. Enjoy! Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below what I should do in the next one. And if you even like this kind of video, because I'd love to make more. I had a lot of fun doing this. Anyways, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope that you guys join me for the next one. If you didn't really like this video, let me know, but if you did, also let me know, please, in the comments down below. Also, I'm taking any suggestions for future videos you guys want to see, or just kind of any suggestions in general. I love to hear your guys' feedback. It means a lot to me, and I like knowing what you guys like so I can make more of it. So yeah, just comment. Anyway, here's my outfit of the week. Enjoy.